Hi, how you doing? It's PowerWash Simulator. Remember when we did this one? Like, oh god, that was like 2 years ago. Fuck, I'm old. I'm an old man. Senior citizen. Fucking hell. Basically, we're just doing bonus jobs. There's a bunch of them. Like a bunch. And this game recently basically kind of finished development because they announced PowerWash Simulator 2. So, we're just gonna do them. Just because I've always liked streaming this game, because it's just kind of a weird game that I can enjoy shooting the shit on. You know what I mean? And I just hope you know, my power washing style has not changed at all. Am I like, okay, I'm on the surface of Mars, by the way. I just felt like that'd be an important detail to share with the class. How did I end up on Mars? Good question. Nobody asked, but oh, is there moon gravity? There's there's low gravity on here. That's cute. Not really gonna do anything for me, but I have it. I don't remember there being all these like kind of sloppy noises. How did I get onto Mars? Big woodpecker. Yeah. Ugh. God, some of those noises are actually very gross. Ooh. Did I get in here? No, I didn't. How's it going? I'm alright. I've been fine. Is that, oh. I thought that rust was gonna be a pain to get off. I just wanted to kind of do like a relaxing stream today, you know? Not really think about much, just chill. Yes, made down complex space electronics with a pressure washer. Of course. See, my main question is, how's my pressure washer working on the surface of Mars? Also, what happens if I run out of water? Also, am I just the first person on Mars? How's that gonna look in the history books? You know, thousands upon millions of dollars of government spending. And the first person on Mars is some dude from a place called Muckingham. Alright, what are we missing here? There's definitely some stuff up here. Right, wrong, maybe? Arm. There's the arm. Why does the Smash Bros. Ultimate does? Ooh. Both of those sound good. Let's see here. Fast cameras. Oh, it's... Okay, sensors, wheel hubs, mystery hatch. You know, the mystery hatch. Who could forget? I hope you're ready to see me get confused about where some of these items are. Mainly because I don't know if you know this, but I'm not exactly an expert in spacecraft. I love pasta. It's like a comfort food for me. It's so easy to make, and it's like one of the very few things I don't think I can fuck up. Alright, if I was a mystery hatch on a Mars rover, where would I be? Not a helpful question. Okay, wait, hold on a minute. Which one of these wheel hubs is the one? I feel like it's this one. It is. I can see it. I don't know how I'm gonna reach it though. There we go. Alright, and now we need the sensors and the mystery hatch. I'd assume that the sensors would be up near the front. Case in point. Alright, where's a mystery hatch? That's all that's left of this thing. Did I see it? I mean, I would assume that it'd be near the top, but it could be there's like nothing on the underside. Just spray the bomb and hope for the best. All right, we're just gonna douse this whole thing and hope that we hit it. They're doing a PowerWash Simulator 2. That's kind of one of the reasons I wanted to come back to this game. That's a generator. That is like the last thing you want to be spraying with water. I'm breaking this rover. Okay, I have an idea. Maybe I feel like it'd be connected. It'd be somewhere around the drill. Or like it'd have some form of connection to the drill. Maybe I have to look it up. Do you find to be... It's like an episode of Dora. Can you point to the mystery hatch on the Mars landing rover? Wait, there's a secret level in Ultra Kill with... I did not know that, actually. That's cool. Alright, I'm looking it up. PowerWash Simulator Mystery Hatch. Game, you can go fuck yourself like clockwork. It's over there! It's this! Why is there a gnome? I don't care if there are Martians here. If they're not paying me, I don't care. There. Fuck you. I'm also wearing a cute little outfit for the summer. There's a secret level where you wash blood off the floors. That's great. Gnome fountain time. I love gnome. Now this one's gonna take us a bit. Because the grime is tougher around these parts. Also, I have like no soap, which is really annoying. always thought it was kind of dumb how soap does not, like, regenerate after you beat the game. If you buy all the soap during the main game, you can't get any more. They just run out of soap in all of Buckingham. And everybody just has to live in the filth. There's nothing you can do about it. They just... No more soap for anybody. I bought up the whole supply. Actually, that is probably true. You're right. I completely demolished the Mars rover. This is where my tax dollars are going, to get a fucking power washer dude to the moon. And Mars, whatever. Alright, I think I'm going to just kind of do the outer wall first. And then we'll tackle everything else. Although, let me purify a gnome really quickly. Just one. Just one gnome. It's for posterity. Oh, the jar is a part of the gnome. You know, I can already feel the carpal tunnel setting into my wrist again. So let's take this one a bit slower. Sure, it's gonna take longer, but... I'll be able to use my wrist by the time I'm 30. So... Yippee. Make that gnome all wet. Hold on a minute. It hasn't even been 20 minutes and we're already sexualizing gnomes. Only my channel. I should put that like an advertisement. Come here for the sexy gnomes. That's why people call them on Twitch. Have you ever wanted to use 2 power washers to fly? Absolutely. Yeah, you just aim down, you blast, and hopefully you fly off the ground. I'm gonna get this part. Just because it will anger me if I don't. I also think I should get this part as well. There we go. I mean, I own a power washer. It's probably... I mean, granted, if you get somebody, like, light enough, they might be able to. Those things have really strong kick. Should also probably make sure that I hit this weird, like, edge of the outer wall. Because if I don't, I'm gonna have to come back around, and that'll suck. I mean, I already probably have to come back around to get the little wall decorations. I miss this. I don't know why. I think I play a lot of intense games. Like I play like Ultra Kill and Elden Ring and Dark Souls, etc. It's nice to play a game every once in a while that does not involve me to sweat adrenaline out of every pore of my body. We are not even like halfway across this. This is a big fountain. Here's the plan. We're going to go gnome to gnome. All the anime coming out next month? What's coming? Like what? I'm not like really up to date on what animes are coming out, really. All I know is X anime comes out and I'm just like, oh cool, maybe I'll check that one out. Alright, the plan will be, I say that we go gnome to gnome. Alright. We start at the gnome here, then we'll jump to the gnome there, and then we'll just kind of... We'll jump betwixt gnomes. I do not like using this... Also, I just remembered, I wanted to stream PowerWash Simulator because I said this yesterday, but there's currently a heat wave in the US. Or at least I think there might still be. It was like 94 degrees today, and I'd prefer to not. So if I can't go outside, I can pretend I'm outside in video games. But in video games, I'm also doing manual labor for small amounts of pay, so... It's just like real life! Wow! And I'm so glad. I love manual labor for minimum wage. Another gnome down. Soon they will rise. I really want to do these, like, weird little divots in the floor. I don't know why, it just makes me feel more comfortable like that. Alright. Yeah, we're going from gnome to gnome. Also, I think it would look nicer in the time lapse for all of our work. Oh, Infinity Castle? That's sick. I'm excited about that one. I did watch Sakamoto Days. I thought it was okay. I don't know why. It was like the first ever time I watched an anime and I was like, okay. Like, I don't hate it. I just don't necessarily care that much for it. You know, like it's not bad, in my opinion. I mean, the animation is nice. But it feels like there's a lack of story and character for the most part. I mean, there is character, but I don't really care for any of them. I don't mean that in like a bad way, like I hate them, but it's more of a case of I was just like, okay. I think Borderline has just like magic powers, and I feel like nobody really talks about that. Like one of them could just read minds, and it's just like, okay. So are we gonna talk about it? Are we gonna maybe notice that? See, all I'm waiting for is One Punch Man Season 3, and I will be so happy. They have confirmed it by now, which is very good, but man oh man, the wait is in fact killing me. It's time to moisten up another gnome. I have to sneeze. Hold on a second, the cat wants to leave the room. 1 second. Alright, we're back. Alright. Another gnome down. We're gonna be here for a while. But I'm okay with that. I do need to set an alarm, though, because I have to go to therapy at 4 o'clock today. So I'm gonna set an alarm for, let's say, 3:30. I don't know if I'll be here until 3:30, but just in case, I want to make sure that I don't miss it. Because that would be the second time I missed therapy because of a stream, or nearly missed therapy. Fun times. I wish I could just get my Prime Vista Pro back. I miss it dearly. Why do you need therapy? I'm here for a reason. We definitely aren't mentally unstable. No. If we were mentally unstable, I'd be streaming on Kick. I don't think I understand what Kick is. Like, from just a weird standpoint, first of all, I don't like Kick. It's for a very simple, like, two reasons. First of all, it was partnered with Aiden Ross for a long time, and I would rather shit in my hands and clap than be associated with that guy. But secondly, most of the money from that website is around gambling. Like, that's how they pay for all these, like, super, like, high contracts, you know? That's how they give XQC, like, 400,000 billion jillion dollars. And I don't know if it's just me, but I don't like that. I don't like the idea of my money coming from gambling. I think it's just because, like, I feel like for every dollar I would make, someone's life could be, like, in ruin. You know what I mean? Like, it feel like dirty money almost, you know? Honey prediction and speech. I will now hold on a minute. I don't know. Also, I fuck with this gnome. I like this guy. I like how he's holding up his jug. I don't trust it, man. Where does all this money come from? It's not a case of where it's more of a case of like, I'd prefer my revenue sources not come from an addictive vice. You know what I mean? And it is a little bit hypocritical to talk about it, acting like I'm a saint when Twitch is literally owned by Amazon. I can't necessarily act like I'm some pure, innocent child of God. The thing is just how I feel about weird shit like that. Cause I'm literally just a girl. How are we barely even at the halfway point? SpadeSpadely confirmed. I think I'd make a good girl. I think I would. I'm trying to think, because I feel like I had something I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot about it. It just left my brain immediately. We are about, like, around the halfway points to being done with the first rim of the goddamn circle. Okay, let's just try to get the back part of all this. And then we'll go around and get, the front part. And then we'll just rinse and repeat. Get it? Like rinse and repeat, because it's water. I'm so funny. There we go. Okay, and then I guess I'll just get the top now. Why is Ultra Kill so peak though? I love Ultra Kill. I love Ultra Kill, but I think like it's gonna be a game that I can only weirdly enjoy like when I'm young. Cause I know damn well like if I'm 30 years old and I try to play Ultra Kill, I'm gonna have a heart attack. It's one of those games that I think I'm gonna get worse at as I get older. I'm excited for Layer 8. I'm also really excited for, what is it? Prime Sanctum 3? Sisyphus Prime whooped my ass really badly the first time around, so I'm assuming that whatever is next up after him is just going to be like Hakita himself and kick me out of the game. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Ultra Kill is one of those games. You ever see those memes where it's like showing, you know, or giving X to like a Victorian peasant, like a Victorian child, and seeing what would happen? I think Ultra Kill would kill a Victorian child, especially because, like, once Gabriel starts talking about God being dead, his soul will actually leave his body. Tell a small Victorian child that Ultra Kill is based on a real story, and he's gonna fucking lose it. See, I feel like, however, that meme has like, you can choose such interesting objects, and I feel like not many people do. Like, people are like, oh, I'm gonna give him a Dorito. It's like, yeah, that's cool and all, but like, this kid's probably survived like 14 different bubonic plagues. Give him something with a bit more grit to it, you know? Give him like an Airheads Extreme, and that little fucker will start seeing Lucifer. Ultra Kill will teach the peasants what happens if you disobey the light of God. Behold the power of an angle. I love Gianni. I followed him on Instagram for like a long time. I think I still am. He just doesn't post that much because he's probably busy working, obviously. Give that little dude some brain blasters, I think. Jesus. Give that kid some warheads and he's over. He's done for. I feel like, I hope that somewhere there's like a thread of things to give like to a Victorian child, you know? I'm sure there is. That's suspect poison. Like a mosquito or a gnat in here and it's bothering me. Let me see. Can I find a thread of things to give a Victorian child? Things to give a Victorian child. Of course, my internet's slowing down here. What modern day thing do you think would kill a Victorian era child? Alright, what do you got? Ah, it's an archived post. I hate Reddit. Give that bitch prime energy and moldy Lunchables. What was oh god, what was the Mr. Beast Lunchables? Oh god, what were they called? It's not Feastables, that's his chocolate bar thing. My whole game. Lunchly. Are you gonna wash Asmongold's room? Absolutely not. There are some things a PowerWasher can't fix. Things that would send the Victorian-era child into a coma. By the DakotaPlanet.com. Oh boy, goody goody gumdrops. Hello! We're talking about how to kill a Victorian child. I want a pig. Little tiny Wilbur. God. Okay. Here we are. Okay. Things that would kill that would send a Victorian era child into a coma. First, let me watch this video. My computer's really slowing down. This computer's on its way out. I've had this computer for like 7 years or so. It's very slowly kicking the bucket. The McDonald's Sprite. Oh. Dude, mini pig. My whole computer is actually lagging out.
Of pet pig that doesn't grow very big. Even adult male pigs weigh less than 60 pounds. Unlike traditional pigs, they don't need a pigsty. They can have enough space to move around in a city apartment or a small-sized house, making them more suitable to be kept as pets by urban families. Mini pigs have a gentle and friendly personality.
We should do this more often. We should just watch animal videos.
And can live in harmony with humans, bringing warm companionship. Most importantly, mini pigs are quite smart, except that they can't talk.
See on a little ball?
That of a 6-year-old human child. Pigs are often thought of as dirty in people's minds, but actually, mini pigs are relatively clean-loving. If you don't like dirty pets, you can choose a mini pig. After all, it looks a lot like your good friend. This little guy that looks like—
Oh, no, we're not going again. What's this one? Oh boy. Oh. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. A live stream. Oh. Great. I feel like bad anime is always very interesting. Oh. You upload a Pokemon in a bit. However, I do need to get to this because it's things that would send a Victorian era child into a coma is very important to me. Just very quickly. I do. The least funny thing I have ever heard. The Squishmallow community? Yeah, I can see it. Kim Kardashian, David Bowie, Roombas. What are Heelys? I don't think Heelys would kill a Victorian era child. Like, because when I think when people bring up a Victorian era child, I'd say it'd be something that you would expose them to, and they'd like immediately start convulsing and foaming at the mouth, you know? I feel like Roombas, you just show it to them, and it's like, oh, so it's shoes with wheels. Got it. I don't really think that's that weird. Slushies? I could see slushies working. Most of these are just the SpongeBob movie. Okay, to be fair, the Twitter community could cause anybody to fall into a coma. Twitter is the most hateful place on the planet because I'm not even kidding. I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. What Elon has done is basically made profitable racism. I'm not kidding. Because with Twitter Blue, we're not talking about the Demon Core. Don't get me started on the Demon Core. Demon Core would kill anybody. Okay, let's be fair. Demon Core in killing a small Victorian child is not exactly a competition. The Demon Core is the Demon Core. But like, with the way that Twitter Blue works is that you get money from impressions and likes and comments and stuff, so it kind of pushes people to be the worst they can possibly be on the internet and make money off of it. It's profitable racism. That's what Twitter is. Absolutely. Live action Cat in the Hat nearly killed me. The live action Cats musical. Hole punchers. What? Oh yeah, Monster Energy. So engagement rage bait. Technically yes, but I feel like there's kind of a line in the sand between rage bait and just being racist. You know what I mean? Like you could be a dick online just because and make money off of it, but you can also just be racist. I feel like there's a very distinct line in the sand that we have to draw. You can rage bait by being racist. That still makes you racist. Twitter isn't the worst place on the internet right now. I mean, all right. Where would you say is the worst place on the internet? I would not call it pure, but to each their own. Check the "Don't Touch My Pizza" comment section on YouTube. What the fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? What just happened to my alert box? Yes, you did break my alert box. Also, I understand what's wrong with the alert box now. But also... yes, I would like to stream Peak. Alright, don't touch my pizza. Let me look at this comment section. It's from 11 months ago. Alright, I'm gonna read this comment. Okay. Pray refrain from laying hand upon my pizza, and scorn not my jelly. The fragrance of blue cheese offends my senses most grievously. Shouldst thou dare to disturb my pizza, prepare thyself for dire consequences. Commence the writing of thy farewells and bid thy adieus. It is perchance thy birthday? I fear I have overlooked it. As this occasion lingers, let us perambulate to hot topic. I beseech thee, dear grandmother, for shoving thee down the stairs. I do extend my apologies, though I know not why thou dost believe me uncaring. I find myself ensconced within my freezer, transforming into a Klondike bar. My direction is unclear, yet I am certain my path leadeth far. Just a gentle reminder, touch not my pizza, or thou shalt rue the day. Indeed thou shalt. I shall maintain my composure through chaos may ensue. I am uncertain of my actions, having crafted this at the hour of 4 in the morn. Simply be true to thyself, dear friend, all shall be well. Do not permit them to provoke thee. Thou must stand resolute in thy noble contest. I find myself weary, thus it is time for repose. I shall conclude this melody forthwith. May your evening be most pleasant. Fantastic. Okay, 1 second. Let me open up my DMs. I feel like we've done more talking about Victorian child killing than we have actually, I don't think I can put that on the screen. What? Yeah. Yeah. Alright, what's this comment section look like? I mean, okay, so far, so-called, okay. Uh-huh. See, okay, this is the problem I'm seeing right now is that everybody's like, man, this comment section's really bad, but I'm only getting the comments saying the comment section is really bad. That's what I'm saying. 99% talking about the comment section, 1% actual comment section. That's what I'm saying. Whoever you are, Freak 5 Pebbles, I understand you. Why are people sending death threats over this? Because of children. Okay. I'm not seeing anything. Guys, my mom made me lasagna. It tastes quite nice. Good for you. Minos Prime in the comment section. What is happening? Okay. We actually have to get back to power washing. Because I'm getting paid by the hour here, and I'm not doing any work. They're gonna fire me. Yes. Oh, yeah. The AM. All right. Oh my gosh. Why is there one comment on this AMV that just says them preg? How long is this? I skipped to a random part in it because I just wanted to make is this just the full Markiplier playing like Five Nights at Freddy's on 0.25 speed? Because I skipped to a random point in it and Markiplier just sounded like he was giving birth in my ear. It's time to cleanse another gnome of its filth. Maybe you should set up those things where people could donate to play video on stream. Where like every dollar is. Oh, can I trust that? Somebody's gonna find a video for like 2008 with like no views of a dude full goatseeing himself. It's not that I don't trust you guys, it's that I don't trust you guys. It's mainly because I think that if you like my stuff, that means that you probably think similarly to me in some ways. Which means that if I can't trust myself, I don't trust you. You trust us, just don't trust me and a possum. Granted, Possum's gonna oh god, Possum's gonna send the fucking Am and Whole Foods video again. He's gonna spend like $50 to send that like 500 times every stream. I mean, you'll get money. I don't know if I'm that committed to the bit. These streams are supposed to be watchable. This was the intro of the actual video, by the way. Uh-oh. Yeah, I remember. I know this video. Can you wash the gnome ass? I want it shiny. Yeah, man. Sure. Let me make it sparkle. Here, let me use the more intense option. This one rotates too. You know, the G in gnome stands for G-spot. Sorry. Bidet? Bidets scare me. They frighten me. The concept. They are so good. I don't know, man. I don't know. I wouldn't trust a robot with my butthole. You know what I mean? That's a song request for the stream. Ooh. Lay it on me. Oh yeah, okay, let me get the, oh, damn, I'm forgetting about these things. And I missed a gnome! What am I doing? Sent in this Discord? Alright, 1 second. We've got to get to work. Really quickly, I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna get all these little wall decorations. And we're gonna finish this gnome. Let me make sure to get his asshole. We should do a Discord movie night where we watch Romeo and Juliet. What do you think? Or Sherlock Gnomes? Did it expire again? I swear to God. I said it to never expire, and it expires anyways. Oh dear God. Alright, I'll listen to these in a minute. First I have to fix something. Stupid goddamn Discord link expiring all the time. Give me a minute. Yeah, shut up, me. Rat. Where the fuck is the... There it is. Alright, let me... Where is it? People... The invite link. Expire. Never. Generate new link. Discord. Do that. Alright, so now hopefully the Discord will be updated. Alright, now let me listen to this, this. The type of reaction I just had to listening to that, you couldn't hear it. Wait, do I have my desktop audio on? Oh boy. Here. Would you like a taste? What is awesome.mp3? I feel sick. It's like the fucking curse of Ra is being put on me. Oh god. Yeah, that one is awful. But I just recoiled. That was 1 second of wholesome.mp3. Give it to me. It sounds like I'm being chased by a monster through a field of daisies. God, no. Wonderful.mp3. What have we got? God, it's so bit crushed. It's like if you could cram 240p into a song. It's not that bad. That one is at least tolerable. Swag.mp3. If this isn't the worst one, I'm gonna be surprised. It sounds like I'm choking on an NES. Fuck off. No thanks. God. We should listen to midis one day. Have you guys ever listened to any midis? Officially past 1 hour. 1 hour, and we've only completed 1 level. At one point, does this just become a just chatting stream? But also, hey, look at that! We finally finished all the way around! Hooray! Now we can get to work on the actual fountain! Half of that was bullying Victorian-era children. Well, they deserve it. That's what they get. For stealing my cattle. I really want to put on a MIDI. There's probably a really dumb MIDI I can probably find. It, like, I don't know what it would be, but I can think of one. What happened? Oh, don't worry about it. Just know that they could not be identified even by dental records. Okay? Part of this full floor am I missing? There we go. Oh, that's gonna look so nice when it's all finished and done and put away. They're gonna love it. I'll also just, like, start getting these walls while I'm here. Have you guys ever heard, the Funhouse theme from Spider-Man from PS1? I'm sure at least some of you have. At the very least, I'd be surprised if one of you haven't heard it. Or no, I wouldn't be surprised if one of you have heard it. It's some of the best video game music out there. Where it sounds like I'm constantly being attacked by ghouls. Like, consistently being attacked by ghouls. Oh, there's still so much fountain to do! We're gonna be here for hours, aren't we? Especially if I can't find where the last part of this floor is. I'm just gonna, like, carve a small hole all the way around. It's not a hole, it's more of a path. I have no idea why the fountain is red. Everybody's bringing that up. Listen. Don't listen. I don't know. I had nothing to do with the fountain being red. That's all you need to know. I'm innocent, officer. There's probably just a bunch of teenagers with paintball guns. should really make sure that I get the cascades done. Okay, keep it going. See, if I just got the Prime Vista Pro for this, we'd be like halfway done by now. Because I would be able to cut through all of this grime like it's nothing. Nothing. I've been thinking a lot about Outlast recently. And I've been thinking about doing long form content for a long time. And I've just always wanted to talk in depth about Outlast. Because I'm gonna be honest, I am probably like one of the biggest Outlast fans of all time. And it's for like kind of weird reasons, you know? I mean, granted, nothing about me is normal. We know this by now. It's been 4 years. I think it's just because, like, I feel like the modern landscape of a lot of horror games feel like they're marketable first and scary second. You know what I mean? Like, that's where most mascot horror comes from. Like, sure, that's kind of the point. It's mascot horror. But I also just kind of feel like everybody's kind of chasing the same wave. You know? I feel like we could use a different taste or something that is reminiscent of the older games, like Silent Hill, stuff like that. And Outlast is like one of the only ones still kind of doing that. And the other horror game is like fucking... Remember when I played Choo Choo Charles? Did anybody care? I didn't. No offense to Choo Choo Charles, but... didn't care. You know, and I'm sorry, every single time I see mascot horror sometimes, I feel like we've lost the plot on it, you know? Like, I feel like we could, like, the original point was that they're weirdly uncanny. That's what the first FNAF did, you know? But I feel like most of the time now, it looks like fucking Evil Barney. You ever see that old 2008 video, Evil Barney? Made like Microsoft Paint? That's what I think about every single time I see, like, modern mascot horror. And it pisses me off. Because it's missing the point. Of, like, that weird half-uncanny valley that was the point of it in the first place. And now we're just at a loss. Because I swear to God, if I play one more horror game and the plot is dead children, I am going to add to that total. Okay, because I'm getting fucking tired of it. You could have a horror story without killing children. It's so easy. Just don't kill children. Christ. I don't know where the last spot on this floor is, and it's going to drive me nuts. But I think I was always kind of a weird fan of horror, but I've always been a bigger fan of, like the more psychological stuff, you know? Instead of just kind of, like, cheap jump scares and very, like, short-lived thrills. And I feel like Outlast has always done that better than most, because it's based off more, like, actual human history and shit like that. Stuff that, like, might have actually happened in U.S. history. I mean, granted, the U.S. did not implore some weird baby fetishist into their weird trials. That part probably didn't happen. Okay, it probably happened somewhere, knowing the U.S., but I don't know. I just kind of miss being, like, scared of stuff, you know? I miss being scared of something and then not being like, man, that was so scary, I have to buy his merchandise. I've gotta do it. I can't resist the call of capitalism. Product placement. I can't. My wrist hurts. I remember, like, as a kid, I remember, like, the scariest motherfucker in the world was, like, Slender Man and Jeff the Killer. That stuff scared me. That was just like, oh, what scares you now? Oh, it's gonna be Huggy Wuggy. Aw, man, come on. Make a monster. Make a foul beast. You know? Give me something really creatively designed. Don't make a doll and then put spiky teeth on it, please. I think that's also why, like, I enjoy doing the Halloween streams, because I get to do, like, some of the lesser-known games that, you know, are more in line with the type of horror that I enjoy, except for that one where we did a bunch of mascot horror. That one was still fun. I think the Halloween streams were like, always my favorite to do. Because they were just always such a fun time every single year. I have to let my wrist cool down for a second. I'm starting to hurt my wrist here because I keep waggling the mouse. The wash. It's slowly killing me. I'm an old man. I have to stop saying I'm an old man. I'm 22. I am nowhere near old man. How many more of these do we have to do? Like 3, 4? One, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. Oakley. Harcourt struggling finding motivation to come to work. What's wrong, baby? You can tell me your problems. I just want to get these weird parts done. Okay. I have to do, like, 4 more chapters in my textbook. I have to do 2 today and 2 tomorrow, and then I get to take my final, and I'll probably pass it, and then I'm done with my summer courses, and then I can do some other shit, and I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I just want to be done with college. I don't hate college. I actually like getting out of bed to, like, learn stuff. I've always enjoyed that. Well, not always. As a kid, I hated it, but... like, it started in high school. Like, getting out of bed to do something other than, like, the general monotonous grind of like, work, I enjoy, like, learning, you know? Man, can it get really tiring when you pay, like, $2,000 for a seat in one class. I never understood why you had to pay, like, money for online textbooks either. Like, they'll give you a subscription service where you pay $100 for an online textbook. And the only question is why? I'm not paying for printing costs or, like, distribution or shit like that. It's a PNG. Probably more of a PDF than a PNG, but you get what I mean. I shouldn't have to pay for essentially a fucking Word document, you know? I don't know. I'm kind of just spitballing here. Just because I can. That if I don't fill the void with noise, I will truly lose it. Getting pins and needles in my leg. I am, however, very relaxed right now. This is pleasant. One more. And then we get to get this part, and I think once we get rid of this section down here, this whole thing is going to become a lot more bearable. Of course, I'm probably going to immediately lose a small patch of dirt, and it's going to drive me nuts for about, like, a minute. There we go. Sick. Alright, now we get the wall up here. Gonna get the back part first, because it's really annoying to slide around. Okay. This might take a bit. I mean, maybe, maybe not. I've already done a decent amount of the walls. Oh, wow, we're done with that part already. Okay. I should probably check what time I have to be at therapy. They said it was at 4, but I should probably just make sure. I'll do that in a minute. Alright, what did I miss on the walls? I feel like, can I use this? This might be better. At the cost of my wrist. This is actually so much more efficient. I know I'm going to be scampering around this little circle looking for that one spot that I missed. Yep, time to run around the circle looking for the fucking dirt. God damn it. I don't normally use this one. Guess while I'm doing it, I can at the very least start on this part. Seemingly covered in a lustrous variety of moss. This is lichen and out. I do not think this is any of those. Naturally, moss sits on the throne. Does this game fucking know who my channel is? Like, I remember this channel this game literally started the whole moss joke. Now we're back. Least favorite thing to find on a wall? Graffiti? Okay. That's great, man. Back to the circle, see what we can find. There we go. Fuck off. Jesus. Alright, will this work on this part? That's fine. It's a little bit slower, but specifically for the gaps like this, it's better. Look at me talk about pressure washer nozzles and shit like a nerd. We're only fucking 64% done. This is a big fountain. Okay. Oh my god, I just... Ugh. Looking up and seeing how much we have left is immediately making me tired. Oh god damn it. The funny number. Wow. Who's my favorite Sonic character? I've grown a recent weird appreciation for Metal Sonic. I don't know why. I think it's just like the kid in me always loved robots. And I think that's just kind of carried onwards into me being an adult. But I think it's also just more of a case of like, I think he's such an interesting character that gets like no utilization, you know? Like in Sonic CD, he was fucking everywhere. He was doing his thing. Sonic Heroes had a big moment. Really cool. Awesome. And then, like, he just kind of became a grunt, almost, you know? Just kind of somebody for Sonic to beat the shit out of occasionally. And then Orbot and Cubot came along and they just stopped using him. I mean, they didn't stop using it, but he really does not appear as much as I'd like him to. Because his concept is so cool, yet it's so underutilized. That's because, bro, Eggman should really use that guy more. He's really busted. Like, I feel like I can almost confidently say Sonic only beats him via plot armor. Because realistically, Metal Sonic should absolutely circumcise that dude by now. My question is, if he copies, like, Sonic's abilities, can he go super? I don't think he can. I think that's a matter of, like, chaos energy or whatever. Which is really unfortunate, because I think Super Metal Sonic would be awesome. But I guess that's what, like, the Mechzilla, or whatever it was made for. Closest we're gonna get. I don't know, I've always liked robots. That's always just been kind of my thing. Like, give me a good robot and I'll be happy. That's why I like Wall-E so much. What about you? You got anything? Oh no, there's fucking graffiti on here. That's gonna take forever to get out. Alright, there's another ring done. I mean, to be fair, we've gotten pretty far. If I could buy any more, like, soap, this would be so much easier. But I can't. I always found that really stupid. How, like, you can't buy any more, like, cleaner after you buy all the ones in the main game. I always found that really stupid. Because it's like, that's just one whole section of the game, just kind of pointless now. You know what I mean? I mean, I've got a little bit left over, but... I'll just use it to purify off that graffiti. Since much like the park warden, ranger, whatever, I also hate seeing graffiti on a wall. There's an automatic commitment to climb all the way up here in particular to get the graffiti on the fountain. Oh, this is gonna suck to fucking clean. Alright, let me see here. Can I use multi-purpose cleaner? Didn't I just buy multi-purpose cleaner? Why does it say I have none? Ah, fuck it. I think we'll hopefully be able to, at the very least, finish the, this, like, lower half before we hit 3 o'clock. I think once it hits, like, 3:10, 3:20, I might fail. Because I want to make sure I can get to therapy on time. I've always liked being ready, like, really early. That's just the way I was. I remember in high school, the bus would leave at, like, 8 in the morning. I would leave at, like, 6:40 in the morning. No, the bus wouldn't leave. School would start at, like, 8 in the morning. The bus would leave at, like, 7:30. I'd leave a full 20 minutes. And the bus stop was, like, a 10-minute... Not even 10-minute. 5-minute walk from my house. I'd be the first one there. I don't know, did I ever tell the story about the time I skipped school? I'd be surprised if I didn't. Because I feel like I have. I think, you know, I don't think I have. Why not? So, I never skipped school as a kid. Except for one time, obviously, because that's where the story is coming from. Realistically, as much as I'll say bad about myself, I was not that bad of a kid, or not even, I was not a bad teenager at all. Realistically, I was a better teenager than I was a better kid. I didn't do anything stupid as a teenager, you know? I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't party, I don't really do much. I'm like a house cat. I just kind of laze around all day. But that was fine with me, you know? I was getting through high school fine, my grades were good. Except probably in math, because I'm horrible at math. I remember there'd be like once in like a blue moon, like once I'd say like every like once a semester probably, there'd be an issue where the bus would not show up to pick us up and drive us to school. And so I remember we all crowded into a convenience store because it was like winter. And it was fucking cold. It was either winter or spring. Either way, chilly. Not the best. And some people are like calling their parents and, you know, looking at getting a ride to school. And one of my friends is like, hey, do you need a ride? And I'm not gonna give this friend a name because he's not really relevant in the story, but my other friend, I'll call him, let me call him Edwin. He made the mimic. So Edwin says to me, he's like, hey, do you want to just come over to my house and play Smash Bros? And I'm like, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm a little bit nervous. Well, no, I remember I was actually very hesitant at first because, you know, I never really stepped out into that skipping school comfort zone, you know? That was not me. I was a good child. Reasonably. Somewhat. Kinda. Not really. And we kind of wander around town for a little bit because we didn't want to Elmer Fudd. We didn't want to risk our parents seeing us leave or not get on the bus or even catch us just wandering the street. So we kind of just stuck to like the back roads for a while, and I'm kind of freaking out again because I've never done this before, and new things scare me. But I eventually calmed down, and we go over to his house, and we start playing Smash Bros. We're playing Smash 4. This was before Ultimate came out, so this was like 2017, I think. Like, actually, that could have been 2018 as well. It was probably just before December. And I remember this. I kind of calmed down, and we're chilling. We're all having a good time. And by we, I just mean me and him. It was just the two of us. I don't know why I'm stalling so much. And the phone rings, and we're all kind of looking at it, or we're both kind of looking at it, and he turns to me, he's like, it's the school, and I'm immediately like, oh shit, that doesn't sound good. And we just kind of let it go to voicemail, and it goes to voicemail, and it says, and it's like, your child has been marked as absent. And the whole world immediately fucking collapsed on us. Like, my friend was immediately getting a text from his dad. He's like, you fucking skipped school. And I look at my phone, and I've got a text from my mom in all caps saying, where are you? And I'm like, well, I'm fucked. I'm cooked. It's over. It's over. They're gonna have my rear end cut off and mounted over the fireplace. And so he's like, all right, man, you should probably go. So I said, you know, best of luck to you. And so I'm walking home, and the first thing I do when I get in trouble, I did this, got this habit when I was a kid, and when I know that I'm about to get, like, put into, like, a 15-piece combo, not really, but hypothetically, and to add weight to the story, I was probably just gonna get, like, yelled at and just, like, you're an idiot for doing that, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, I know. I immediately start thinking of excuses. Ways to get out of this situation. Because that's what I'm good at. I might not be good at doing bad things, but I am good at lying about things. And so I've come up with this good excuse, and I get home, or I'm walking home, and my street is like a straight line down. It was, because I moved. And I can see my mom's car coming up to me, and I'm like, this is it. This is the moment. This is the moment. The neighbors are going to see me get my head ripped off. I'm going to die here. And my mom is like, get in the car. And we're driving home, and my mom is basically like, all right, you get one. One time. Literally only one. Next time, I'm murdering you. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair. And she drives away, and I got to stay home. And the funny thing is that my friend, he was taken to school. But the thing is that if the bus doesn't show up, that's actually technically an excused absence. Technically, I got away with that. The one time I stayed home, it was completely excusable. And that's the time I skipped school. That bus didn't appear very often. Like, it appeared most of the time, but not as consistently as you'd like. Like, there'd be points where, I remember one time, it was literally, like, February, and the way that the weather works in my state is that it's just, like, you got, like, from January to December, you have winter, fake spring, winter again, and then actual spring, and then, like, 4,000-degree summer. And then you go to fall, which is just lovely every single time because fall is the best season. I don't want to hear your opinion if you don't agree with me because you're wrong. And then you have fall. Again, basically. But it's a tiny bit colder. And then you just have eternal winter for like the next 4 months. But it snowed that night. And I had to leave before they could, like, ice the sidewalks and shit like that. I basically skated all the way up to the fucking bus stop. And you get there, and a bus stop, you don't really need to make friends at the bus stop. I lived on the other side of town from most of my friends. So, most of the kids around me were not, even acquaintances. And I remember we're standing there and we're waiting and waiting and waiting, and it's cold and it's snowing a little bit, and like we're kind of slowly starting to pile into the convenience store because the bus stop was right at a convenience store. And for the first time in my life, I see a group of teenagers some who have never spoken to each other, some who might have histories of beef, and some who might not even speak, like, any languages, all think the same unanimous thought stream at the same time. It was honestly a little bit beautiful. We all came together for one unanimous thought, and it's, if the bus isn't here in 10 minutes, we're going the fuck home. And we did! We did! The bus didn't show up, and I walked all the way back home, or I skated all the way back home, and I get inside, and my mom's leaving for work, and I'm like, hi, Mom, and my mom's like, what are you doing home? And I'm like, the bus didn't show up, and she's like, alright, I don't care right now. I have to get to work. And I'm like, love you, Mom. Oh, man. I love my mom. What a cool lady. What about the time your mom said you get one? I just talked about that. I did that a while ago. Thinking about it, weirdly, I think high school was not bad for me. Like, my grades were fine, I made a couple friends. Apparently it was when my brain was like, oh yeah, we've had this clinical depression thing our whole life, it's time to start using it. But for the most part, I feel like a lot of people hate high school, but I feel like a lot of people were just bad people in high school as well. Now, I wouldn't say I was an angel in high school, but I wasn't like a bad kid. Most of my teachers didn't seem to think I was a bad kid. You know? I think that people will equate a bad high school experience to how bad they were, you know what I mean? I mean, sure, there is some parts of high school that I, granted, didn't really experience. Like, people who really care about their appearance. Sure, high school probably sucks. But when I was in high school, again, clinical depression. My brain didn't really think about looking good. We kind of just said, all right, what are we wearing? Jacket, cool. I'm trying to think about, I told the story about the time I fucking crucified a frog. That was fun. You know, I had that same group when I had to dissect, like, an earthworm. It was the worst. It was the worst. It was the worst. Because it was the least helpful group of people I think I could ever ask for, and one of my friends, who was actually, like, pretty smart. I do remember, in freshman year of high school, me and my friends were in the locker room. It was... I can't give them any names, but, the dude who I skipped school with was there. And he also plays a fun role in the story. And so since we're freshmen, we didn't really know where to change. We just kind of shuffled off onto this one bench, and we all changed over there for gym. And this one dude comes up to us, and he's like, you know, you guys have been changing here for like 3 weeks, right? And we're like, okay. And he's like, just wanted to let you know. And like, my friend kind of makes a joke, and this dude immediately gets fucking hostile. Like, he starts calling us names, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what the fuck is your issue, man? All you had to do was say, hey, I normally change there. Could you guys move? And we'd move. We'd move. I don't know if people know this, but you don't have to, like, flex your muscles and puff out your chest for the slightest of things. Common human decency gets you pretty far. And I think about that guy sometimes, because it's like if I ever need, like, a pure example of how not to navigate a situation, that is, like, top tier. He wanted to be the alpha. Granted, this was in 2016. That was before that type of terminology was commonplace. Ugh. I never liked that type of terminology. I never liked the whole, like, we're a pack of strong wolves type metaphors, you know? They always just feel like you're a bunch of furries. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Please don't bomb my house. But, like, come on now. You can't start throwing off your Macho Man Randy Savage impression and then call yourself, like, a big wolf. Like, oh, does doggy want a belly rub? It's stupid. I don't know. I think that my way of thinking about that stuff has just always been kind of weird, because I was never really a masculine person. I was always kind of the person who was just like, I'd rather be comfortable than masculine, you know? Like, I never understood some of the things that people do to look tough. And I think I've definitely talked about this before, but I'm going to repeat it anyways. I remember as a kid, the first moment that I really, like, learned how kind of silly masculinity is we had this big, like, blacktop by the, back of our school, by the playground, and when it was raining, we'd all wait inside and pick out where our parents are so we could go home with them. And I always remember seeing, like, all the people there, and I'd be looking at them, and there'd be, you know, like, a mom and, like, a husband and wife. And there's always this, like, group of dads who just stood in the rain looking miserable as shit with their arms crossed, very clearly annoyed that they're currently getting soaked. And I've always thought to myself, why don't they have an umbrella? That's what they were made for. He's got an umbrella, she's got an umbrella, you're just the sucker without one. It's apparently a masculinity thing to use an umbrella. Fellas, is it like not masculine to not want to get soaked and get a cold? Fellas. I just like, it was kind of at that moment where I was like, what? That's like such like a fucking waste of your time and mine. I'm not sitting there like, man, I'm really impressed that that dude stood in the soaking rain for 15 minutes to pick up his daughter from school. What an alpha. Just use an umbrella, man. You don't have to suffer. I promise. I really do. Nobody is going to look at you and be like, this guy's using an umbrella. Not a real man. First of all, if you care about that, then I feel like you just actually have more self-esteem issues than masculinity issues. Like, you don't have to prove how much of a man you are every 45 seconds. I can promise you nobody cares. I can really promise you nobody cares. Use that umbrella. That's all I'm saying. I'm trying to think about more high school memories. It does feel kind of weird knowing that I'm a high school graduate. Which sounds kind of weird to say, but like, mentally my brain is still like in quarantine. You know, like, I think my concept of time got really fucked up during, the pandemic. Because it was, like, it happened at such a pivotal point in my life. Like, if it happened in 2021 instead of in 2020, I probably would be pretty fine, pretty normal, but it happened right on the year that I was graduating. Because of course it would. And I always think about it, because it feels like I'm still like 18, and I'm just waiting. I'm just like, oh man, I can't wait to graduate from high school. It's like, you're in college. You're on like your third, fourth year, and I'm like, oh, no, no, no. Don't make me think about that. The rest of this fountain is going to be an absolute bitch to clean off, by the way. I just hope you know that. Okay, let's get the, Did I get... That's very clearly hitting. There we go. Oh, by the way, I've been playing a bit of Deltarune again recently after yesterday's stream. I've been practicing the secret boss. It has been whooping my shit into next week so often. So often that I think we're going to do a special stream that is just me fighting that boss. And you are going to watch me slowly regress. so much dirt. So much grime. So much filth. Do you think that the super long extension could... Yes, it can reach. Guess I'll just approach it like this. Not the most effective way to do this, but how I want to do it. Like, if I could just get this part done, this weird little, like, groove section, then we are at a really good spot. Alright. There. Christ. That part's finally done. Alright. It's time to partake in more gnome ass. That was my therapist. She Small mistake on timing. That's fine. Actually, I just noticed we just dropped like 2,000 frames. I don't know when that happened. Alright, I think we're going to finish this up another time. So that's it for today. Thank you for coming. I'm going to be taking the rest of this week off as I am looking into my classes because they finish this week. And I will see you then. Goodbye.